We asked for your talent submissions and you delivered. You sent us poetry, sun salutations, songs, and banjo picking. Today we have selected 13 people to join our program, 13 brave individuals who are ready to show off their stuff.
Contestant number 5.
Hi, this is Colin Field, and I live in London, Ontario. And my submission to the contest was a song that I wrote this summer, and with my banjo. And I just started songwriting, and I've been playing the banjo for a couple of years now.
And how did you get into banjo playing? How did you learn?
The banjo was actually around our house, and it wasn't getting played, and I was going to pass it on to a friend of mine, and then she was tuning it up and everything, and then she said, "Are you sure you want to part with it?" And we started playing together, and I realized that I just loved the sound of it, and I really wanted a new challenge. I had been playing the guitar and kind of plateauing on that, and I haven't really picked my guitar up for a couple of years. It just sort of looks at me from the corner of the room, and I feel guilty, but I've just fallen in love with the banjo.
And so how long had you been playing the guitar? Like, clearly you're a musical person is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, I kind of came to it late in life. You know, I had a guitar when I was a teenager that my parents gave me, and I never had lessons or anything. So I picked the guitar up. It was when I have a couple boys, and when my son wanted to play the guitar, I said, I'll get you a guitar, but you got to take lessons. And when he started taking lessons, I started taking lessons at the same time, because I was, rather than sort of waiting around in the room, thought I may as well use my time productively. And so, yeah, probably about 15 years I've been playing the guitar on and off.
What is it about the pandemic that has allowed you to spend more? I mean, that's a silly question because everybody's spending more time doing these kinds of things. But just describe to us a little bit about the ways in which you've been able to use the banjo more now.
Oh, yeah. The banjo has really been a lifesaver for me through the pandemic. So I've just discovered all kinds of online community. Really, there's classes that you can take. So I'm taking Zoom lessons with an amazing banjo teacher in Toronto, and there are jam sessions that you can do, and I do a couple of them each week. One in the UK and one down in the US, and you can get to know the people online and make new friends and stuff. But it's also less intimidating when you go to a live jam session and you're more of a beginner. It's everyone's around you, doing really well, and you're afraid to kind of make a mistake. But when you're at home playing along, you can make all the mistakes you want, and it's just a ton of fun. And
what is your song about that you wrote yourself?
So in the summertime, I spent a lot of time out in our backyard in our gazebo, because both of our sons came home to live with us through the pandemic. So we have less room in the house. And so I was out there doing my work and also had my banjo out there. And I noticed that when I played my banjo, the birds would actually come closer. There's always a joke about, when the banjo comes out, people run in the other directions. But it really does seem to attract the birds. So I got to know the birds in our backyard, and I got to see them go through their cycle of bonding and having little chicks and raising them. And so one thing led to another, and I started imagining what would life be like if we were birds. And that's sort of what led to that song. The song is called If We Were Birds.
Very nice. Okay, well, we'll play it now. Thank you so much for chatting, and Happy New Year.
If we were birds, we'd rise at dawn. We'd start each day with our favorite song. Our little hearts would pound so fast. If we were birds, together at last. If we were birds, you and me, we'd fly so high across the sea. We dive so deep in waters blue. If we were birds, me and you. we'd sleep in trees, drifting off to a gentle breeze. We wouldn't fall, our feet clutched tight. If we were birds under moonlight. Rise at dawn, start each day with a favorite song. Our little hearts would pound so fast if we were birds together at last. If we were birds together at last.
That is banjo player Colin Field with his original song, If We Were Birds. Tara Lightfoot, welcome back to the program. I know you have been listening closely and taking notes. Tell me your initial thoughts as you've heard all of the submissions today.
My initial thoughts are that each person who shared their talent is likely experiencing a feeling of victory right now, because not only have you gotten through 2020 and we're almost to the new year, but you've submitted a piece of your talent to be played across the province. That is a huge deal. So I just want to congratulate each contestant, because I think every person was simply amazing.
And that, my friends, is a wrap on the New Year's Eve CBC Radio Talent Show. Another huge thank you to everyone who was brave enough to share their talents with us on this New Year's Eve. Not everyone made it onto the show, but I sure enjoyed receiving all of your submissions. For me, it's been a highlight of 2020, going through all of these, sorting through them, listening, and knowing that it took courage to send it. So thank you. Again, congrats to Kermit Crowley, and a huge thank you to Tara Lightfoot. Stay safe this evening, everyone, and Happy New Year. And let's hope for a much, much better 2021.